Here's another one. Here's another one. Simultaneous equations, guys. Simultaneous equations. Okay. So now in this case or in any other case on simultaneous equations, we'll be given two equations, which is in this case 6q plus 7p is equals to 3. So this is our first equation, right? And then we have a second equation where we have 2q plus p is equals to 5. This becomes our second equation. Now we have to create a third equation. We now create that by looking at any, it doesn't advise, look at a variable that has a coefficient of 1, okay? So in this case, the coefficient of q here is 6, the coefficient of p here is 7, the coefficient here of q is 2, and lastly, the coefficient of p is 1. Okay, so now that one is the one that we are going to choose and make it subject of the formula by saying, therefore, we'll have p is equals to 5. Then we take this 2q over to the other side. Then we're going to have minus 2q. Then it becomes our third equation. Okay. Once we did that, then we take the first equation. We only use it that side on the first equation because it was derived from equation 2. We cannot use it on equation 1. It's a red flag. We don't go there. We're going to the other side because that is the only one that we haven't touched. Okay. So now we do, wherever we see P, we are going to replace it by 5 minus 2Q. So let's get onto it. We're going to say 6Q plus 7. And then wherever we see P, we're going to write 5 minus 2Q, close bracket, and then we have equals to 3. And then moving on, we have now we're simplifying, solving for Q. So we're going to say 6Q, and then here we have 7. We're going to multiply it there. So it's going to be 7 multiplied by 5. It's going to give us 35. And then you multiply it there again. It's going to give us negative 14Q is equals to 3. Then we simplify like we normally do. So we have 6Q minus 14Q. We're taking 35 over to the other side, so it's going to be negative 35, right? And then now finally 6 minus 14 is going to give us negative 8Q is equals to 3 minus 35 is going to give us negative 32. Then you divide both sides by negative 8, divide that side by negative 8, then it's going to give us, it should give us something like 4, right? So now, therefore, our Q is equals to 4. Since well, we know now how much Q is, then we go back to our third equation. And there on our third equation, wherever we have Q, we're going to put that 4. So now, finally, we're going to say, therefore, P is equals to 5 minus 2 on the place of Q. I'm going to multiply by 4 that we just solved now. So now finally our P is equals to 5 minus 8. Therefore, P is equals to negative 3. Please comment on the section below, on our comment section. If ever you don't understand anything, please say there. If ever you need more, then we'll leave also our details there so you can ask for more resources. Thank you so much.